is where the work is started. Uh, my name is Omar. Welcome to Nephilim Wars. And this is the battle for your souls. I have a question, quick question. So I'm about to do something, but what will take, what is the, I hope everybody's doing well today. You guys are at work or blessings to everybody. What will take of a, how you call it? Yeah, somebody to have a cyanide capsule in their mouth, like these Nazis. Like they knew, this is like a psychology, right? Like they know that they're so evil and so evil that if they get caught, they're going to be killed. Or they're going to be, somebody, Americans or whoever, the Jews, whoever's going to do the same to them, you know? So, yeah, it's like all the, the evil, like the fat guy, what was the name of that? It was Hitler and Himmler and Mangala, the one that was over there with the Paraguay, because they spread them out, They killed, they had the Hague, they had the Hague, but the guards helped the fat guy get suicide with the cyanide pill, because I saw something, whatever. The thing is, what would take, because they had him like I remember the movie, in Inglourious Bastards, was it? Inglourious Bastards, the guy, the colonel goes to talk to the guy that was the propaganda guy, the skinny guy that looks like, he actually looks like that Kushner guy, not Hushner or whatever. Yeah, they all look alike because they're like clones or whatever, or inbred, related. The thing is that they had cyanide and Glorious Bastards, they're like, oh, how whatever. And the colonel goes to him and talks, and he's all, yeah, yeah, the orders are this and that. And then, the colonel, they do like this, whatever, man. That shit is crazy, man. Oh, yeah, like, yeah, man, it's like a rigidness or whatever, whatever. Yeah, like, can't relax for nothing. Or, yeah, whatever, don't matter. But these people are still around, though. The thing is that when the colonel walks away, he's like, yeah, he says something like, yeah, you're dismissed. The colonel leaves, and he's like, man, he gets a cyanide pill. He's like, oh, he thought he was terrorized, yeah, terrorized, like, man, they're gonna come and get me, what that colonel went to in Inglorious Bastards. So they was already in fear of death, and the war was still going on, but they knew, the impending doom. The cyanide field. What makes a person evil? Dark matter. The Nephilim. The ghouls, serpents, the serpent of the sea. Yeah. The evil that lives in the earth, that is real. And this guy, the guy from Paraguay, I saw the movie, The Boys from Brazil. And I was like, I haven't never seen that movie. And he was like, man, I was like, bro. He had the terror dogs. He had the kids, the children, the show the children he killed, adrenochrome. And he was, sadistic on FM. He kept on people, because he was a Anglo-Saxon. The General Stroessner from Paraguay, the dictator. I already talked about this, but I wanted to emphasize that he was an Nephilim. He was The little children that they were hanging in his driver talked about. They had in the orgies with the people. They had a room that everybody went. They had a pool. The children hanging in the bathtub, and people went, either drink it, eat them and eat it. The cannibalism. The cannibals. Where's my paper? Yeah, the cannibals. The paper. And I gotta find them now. Yeah, forget it. The thing is, cannibals. Yeah, because I know it by heart anyway. The Nephilim were cannibals, sex deviants. What was the other thing? They had telekinesis too, and they could move and psychic too. They could control people like Darth Vader. The Darth Vader can control and choke you and stuff from over there and across the room. All that. The thing is that he was, these people are Nephilims because they are drinking, but they had his driver gave, snitch on him after years later. But in the documentary, I saw it. So they had the children. He said it was like a bathtub. And they had like in a man, I'm telling you, like in a slaughterhouse that they have them hanging like that, and he bathed in the blood, like Lady La Marie, Lagori or whatever from New Orleans. I talk about that too. This is Nephilim things. Nephilim angles. These angles. I'm telling you, this stuff is because it's all European. This stuff from over there. Jeffrey Dahmer. Some people say that he was, he was a cult. The people did that, man. They're still around, probably. And just skipping head presidents. I saw a document also that the president can give an order to bring somebody's head. Like if they want, they probably have, Malcolm X's head or something, because they do that. They keep heads. Like when in the Congo, they keep people's hands and heads. And the KKK in the book, no. I would say this man. I'm telling you, man. This is already with the murmuring. Man, this murmuring, this crap. I rebuke thee. I no, man. I'm telling you, sanctuary. Telling you, boy, because man, let's start with the no sanctuary. The book No Sanctuary. Yeah, the warlocks in the next door. The sanctuary, No Sanctuary. The book No Sanctuary speaks about how they burn people. The barbecue is for black people. They ate black people and took a hand home and the groins and stuff like that. They take body parts. This is Nephilim things, bro. The heads in the wall and all that stuff. Conan the Barbarian, I rebuke thee. Say it. Conan the Barbarian. When they had to cut their head. At the end he cut the heads. The Nephilim heads. They cut his father's heads and his mother's head, and Tulsa Doom had him in front of the house. In front of the house, in front of the temple, whatever. In pikes like Vlad the Impaler. This is all right. So these people are still around, and they're still around. They're still presidents and stuff, bro. I'm telling you. You're looking at the Nephilim, and but like this evil. I started with the cyanide capsules. They probably do. Now they have other methods because they're clones or whatever. It's not the real one. But man. Yeah, but it's like the evil, man. They know they're doing evil. They knew all the time, and then man, the cyanide capsules are for suicide. If the Americans, before the soldiers shoot. Cowards. They always commit suicide before they're gonna get them and all that stuff. That's another thing white people do. After they do something, or they do something and then kill themselves. Or when they got them trapped, they kill them. Not all of them, but it's like it's a major thing, right? Yeah, I'm telling you. Because we don't do, I mean, not black people don't commit suicide like that, but we don't think, because our way of thinking is different, So I mean, I'm not gonna get in the race thing, but it's just obvious, all right? So whatever. This is just an observation. Yeah, for the way people they get offended, whatever. I don't care. But yeah, man. You're doing a lot of damage in the world, and you gotta, yeah, you didn't get it under control. Now they're messing with you because the Nephilim are messing with you. They use the white thing to mess with. Now they're going after you. Everybody's gonna go to the alligator lake, alligator island, because they gotta show you alligator island, the alligator Alcatraz was showing you because they gotta show you first. Like this is what we're gonna do. Like all the other stuff, the movies, they gotta the destruction and all that. So yeah, they know they're doing evil. They have their cyanide things over here in case like cowards. I said it in my first video that I did here in this channel. The first video talks about that. Not the race necessarily, but yeah, the usual, right? And that wasn't the point, but yeah, because they were the Aryans, the white, everybody, those guys are, they were wanted to make the perfect race, so it's all about white people, yeah, the Nazis with the cyanide pills, like cowards, wanna, they're gonna get me. Before they hanged the fat guy in the Hague, he took, a white soldier helped him. They probably paid him, because they took him to the United States. Then the CIA, man, I already talked about that. Check my videos and you'll see. But yeah, because my mind is going. End of Days movie and the witches rituals. Like in End of Days movie, they have the ritual of 3 to the New Year's, and that's when the action is. Think that they had a ritual right there in the movie in New Year's. They want to kill the girl that was a saint. The synagogue of Satan. They got her in the hospital and got a snake and put her. Man, I'm telling you, when I saw that movie, I was like horrified. They take the newborn and now we're gonna clean him up and take him and put a snake in his mouth or something. Tell you, man. You see, that's that type of evil we're dealing with, bro. Okay. So yeah, End of Days had the ritual, the witches ritual in holidays, holly tree, holidays, holly tree, holly. What's the other one? Holly tree, Hollywood. I'm telling you. Yeah, man, the witches, the holly trees for the witches' wands. The wands and all this stuff they make a fun out of in the movie Wicked for the kids. And those are clones and ghouls. That black girl from Wicked is like a ghoul or something. She's a ghoul. That's a ghoul. Yeah, man. Skinwalkers are Raphaims. Skinwalkers are Raphaims. They shapeshift and they are wizards, sorcerers. And they can turn into animals. That's a Raphaim. They can turn into a wolf. They can turn into what's the other one? A coyote, yeah. All kinds of stuff. A deer. Deer mostly. Yeah, the deers were looking all crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I got something to do. I'll talk about the other things later because this is things I write them down as they come to my mind. All right. So this is downloads. So yeah, this has been Nephilim Wars. This is a battle for your souls. I'm a little hyper today, so you know what I'm saying. So. But I love you guys. Always pray and believe, guys. Believe. Believe in Christ. All right. I love you guys. God bless you. Oh, and this is Nephilim Wars. My name is Omar, and this is Boricua is Live. Battle for your souls.